Hello everyone, myself Priyanka, and today we are back again in this channel to complete a further lecture. So in our previous lectures, we have already completed the theory of justice, the concept of justice we have understood, and we have also completed the theory of justice from Aristotle's and Plato's perspective. Okay, so now here comes the most important part of our theory of justice from UPSC's perspective, that is John Rawls' theory of justice and its criticism from communitarian aspect. Okay, so today we'll be completing our John Rawls theory of justice. We'll understand this. We'll also understand how communitarians have criticized John Rawls theory of justice, and then one more lecture will be left of theory of justice, where we'll deal about the different philosophers, communitarian philosophers, how they have given different theories as a counter argument of John Rawls theory of justice. So without wasting much of our time, let us proceed with our lecture. So John Rawls, as he is considered a libertarian thinker, okay. So from the very word liberty, we understand freedom. So also in John Rawls' theory, he has supported the individual's freedom, and he has tried to tally the concept of justice, the concept of justice from individual's freedom's perspective. Like he mentioned, the very first thing that John Rawls mentioned is that in a good society, the foremost virtue that we need is justice. That is, everything should be righteous. Okay, no one should say that they have been done wrong. He do not talk of something good. He do not talk of something beneficial, good or something. He talks of something right. He says the very first perspective or very first virtue of any good society is justice. Now, if we have justice in our society, if everything is righteous in our society, everyone would be benefited from it. We do not need to take care of something good. This is what John Rawls says. Okay. He also says that he also criticized the Jeremy Bentham's theory of utilitarianism, as we have already dealt in our previous lectures also. Theory of utilitarianism supports maximum happiness of the maximum numbers. That is, if in a society maximum population is happy, we should not care about the minimum or the minorities who are not happy. Okay? The minimum population. So this is what John Rawls criticizes, that no. If we want everything in our society to be righteous, it should be placed righteous, then I think we should not support the theory of utilitarianism, because here certain section of population is being done wrong. So by criticizing the theory of utilitarianism, John Rawls explains that it is important for a good society to establish that every individual should have their own liberty. And John Rawls considered that according to his theory, he has taken some form of idealism, and his idealism is that every human in society is self-interested. Definitely they want to maximize their interest, but they are not envious. That means they are not jealous of others, they are not harming others, they are not exploitative in nature. This is what John Rawls considers, and hence he tries to give maximum freedom to each individual. Okay, he says that if any individual wants to maximize profit and keep on maximizing the profit, he or she should be free. Okay, he should be free to do that. His will should be free, and no one, no government, no individual, no institution, okay, no association should restrict them from maximizing their profit. And according to John Rawls, he talks of something good, and he talks of something stable only in monetary perspective. Okay, he says that if we are maximizing money, if we are maximizing our economy, flourishing our economy, then I think the entire society is justified. So John Rawls says that there is no specific principles for the distribution of resources available in our society, and that is the only problem because of which we cannot experience justice in our society. Hence he proposes 3 principles of distribution in order to maintain justice in a society. He says that the very first principle of his principle of distribution speaks that there should be equal liberty available to all. That is, equally free. Okay, no one's freedom should harm any other people's freedom, and no one should compromise their own freedom because of other people's freedom. This is what his first principle of distribution speaks. Now, second principle of distribution says that there should be equality of opportunity. So, in his first principle, he talks of liberty, that is of freedom. In his second principle, he talks of equality, that everyone should get equal opportunities on the basis of their merit. Now, in the third principle, he talks of something very important. He talks of something called a difference principle, where he says that any departure from the principle of equality or liberty should be accepted in a society only in order to benefit the most disadvantaged section of our society. He says that if in any case or during any time we are saying that we are not acting on the principles of equality, that is, we are harming anyone's idea of equality, we are harming anyone's right of freedom, then it should be accepted only in one specific condition. And what is that condition? That condition, as he mentions, is to benefit the most disadvantaged section of our society. He says that if you are accepting inequality, okay, that should be accepted only when you are trying to benefit the poorest class of our society. So these are the three principles that he talks of in order to provide justice in society. This is all about the John Rawls theory of justice. So now we'll come to know about the criticism of John Rawls theory of justice. Let's see that. Okay. So these are some perspective on which John Rawls has been criticized. That is on the basis of Marxist perspective, that is the supporter of Marxist theory have criticized John Rawls. Also supporters of liberal theory have criticized John Rawls theory of justice. Also we'll see in our next slide that the communitarians have also criticized John Rawls theory of justice, and that becomes the most important part of our lecture. So now most common criticism of John Rawls theory is that he only talks of justice in the terms of money. Okay, so how can we identify that money is the only basis to provide justice to any individual, and how we can compare that dignity is not as important as money for any individual to experience justice? So here comes the first and most common criticism of John Rawls theory, that he talks only of materialistic justice. Okay, he do not talk of something called dignity. He do not call something of basic needs, welfare. So he only talks of economic justice, and he ignores the political and social justice. So here comes the very first criticism of John Rawls theory. Then Marxists have also criticized John Rawls theory by stating that the individuals whom he have considered in his theory, John Rawls have considered individuals in his theory. We have already discussed that he considers that individuals are self-interested, but they are not egoist, or they are not envious of, or they are not exploitative in nature. Then Marxists say that this is just lack of awareness. It doesn't happen in any society, and it is not practical. This is just a veil of ignorance. Okay, so Marxist claims that John Rawls proposes a theory of justice where people are not self-aware, where people are not considering their right to property. Okay, and also John Rawls mentioned one very important thing in his theory, in his difference theory. He says that the richest or the elitist class of any society should sacrifice their wealth and should donate it to the disadvantaged classes, right? This is what he talks, in order to provide justice to the poorest section. Now, in this theory, libertarians criticizes him. The libertarian says that why should any individual, because libertarian supports the theory of freedom, individual's freedom. Now, libertarian says that why any individual should sacrifice sacrifice their, part of benefit or their sphere of economy for any poor class. The poorer section or the poorer sections are not the responsibilities of the richer class. That is what the libertarians have argued. They say that the poorest sections are not the responsibilities of the elitist class. Hence, they should not sacrifice their sphere of wealth for anyone's good or for anyone's justice. So these are some of the criticism of John Rawls' theory of justice. Now we'll come to know about the communitarian criticism of the John Rawls theory of justice. If we want to note this down, then these are the criticisms. Okay. Yes. So communitarians have criticized John Rawls on three bases. The very first thing that communitarians say is that John Rawls' theory talks of individuals as isolated self. Right? That is, John Rawls talks that individuals are away from society. Okay? They are not a part of society. They are trying to maximize their own benefit and they are not even caring about the common good of people. Okay? On the other hand, communitarian says that individuals or human beings are not such creatures. Okay? Human beings are social creatures. They belong to society, they exist in society and they should care about the common good. Okay, they should not donate justice, they should maintain justice. That is what communitarian says. So communitarians, in order to criticize John Rawls' theory of isolated self, proposed a theory of situated self, where communitarians argue that human beings are situated in society, they are part of society. And justice could be maintained only when each individual performs their duty according to society. They care about the society. Okay, they care about the freedom of society. And some or the other way, we need to compromise our freedom, we need to compromise our equality in order to benefit or in order to maintain everyone's equality in society. This is what communitarians argue. Okay. Now, second criticism that communitarians gives is that of the theory of right and good. Communitarian says that John Rawls has based his ideology of justice on the virtue of right. Now, communitarian says that if we try to base our perspective of justice on the theory of good, okay, when we try to do good or when we try to propose welfare to each individual in our society, when we try to maintain goodness, that is common good in our society, we will not need to care about something right. Okay, we will not need to care about something right, because when everyone is happy, when everyone is thinking and experiencing something good and beneficial and something flourishing, bloomy, then we do not need to take care about the theory of right, the concept of right. This is what communitarians have argued. Now, communitarians argue that John Rawls has based his theory on the basis of moral relativism. And this moral relativism means that right, the concept of right and wrong cannot be universal. It cannot be universal means it cannot be applied to each society. This concept of right and wrong differs according to each society. If something is right for one kind of society, for example, if something is good for India, okay, something is considered right in India, that cannot be considered right in USA. This is what moral relativism says. But communitarians argue that the idea of justice should be based on moral absolutism. What is moral absolutism? So according to moral absolutism, right and wrong, irrespective of any society, irrespective of any place, it remains right or it remains wrong. That is, the concept of right and wrong is universal. It's not relative to any society. It is not according to some kind of society. This is what the communitarians have argued against the argument of moral relativism. I hope this is clear. In our next lecture, we'll be dealing about certain philosophers, communitarian philosophers, and how they have criticized the John Rawls theory of justice. Thank you.